Plaintiff Jonathan Barco is a graffiti artist who moved to San Francisco to pursue his dream job. And after he moved in with the defendant, Jonathan heard that he was using heroin and prescription pills. Jonathan is suing his former roommate for a security deposit and a loan. Defendant Tony Baloo Ruiz admits that he got addicted to pain pills, but insists it was only after he got injured on the job. Tony's countersuing Jonathan for slander and lost wages.
Start with you.
All right, so first off, I would like to start off with my background. I'm a graffiti artist. I enjoy it. There's two forms of graffiti. There's street art and there's vandalism.
Mm-hmm.
My part is more of the street art, where it's more about the artistic skill of color, exaggeration of shapes and stuff like that. There's also vandalism, which is just, vandalizing. Mm-hmm. And it's, there's no skill set to that. So it all started when I went to school in New York City. I went to art school there, and in the background, I was always in the back, just drawing cartoons and stuff like that. And then I got into advertising, which is like basically legal graffiti. I'm still tagging up billboards and walls, except, it's got a little company logo on it. So that was always fun. It's like a great outlet.
Okay, how much do you charge?
Depends per client.
Okay.
Depends per job.
Well, to put up Judge Mathis show, watch Judge Mathis.
I'll do it for you for free.
Free?
Yeah, I got you.
And it's legal?
Yeah, totally.
All right, watch Judge Mathis.
Plaintiff Jonathan Barco lived with the defendant, and he claims he heard the defendant was using heroin and prescription pills.
All right, so that's what you've been doing for how long as an ad? It's
been like about 4 years now. Okay. And right out of school, I got a first job at a small ad agency. But in March of 2008, I got the offer of like the dream offer in San Francisco. It's like one of the best ad agencies. The recruiter called me up and he loved my graffiti and he loves my artwork, my advertising work. So it was like perfect to go for. Even though I'd never been to San Francisco, I didn't know anybody there, and I didn't have a place to live, I still jumped at the occasion. There's a perfect opportunity for me. So I moved in around March 15th to San Francisco. I still had to find a place. And one of the first places I found was on Craigslist. And it was Tony's house. And what drew me into it is that he was a graffiti artist as well. Plus the rest of the people that lived there, it was all creative people. So I thought this was a great outlet for me to learn more people about San Francisco, take me around and show me the areas,
So he does it for pay as well?
No, he's more of a vandal guy.
No. You do it in your aspiration or your position is to be paid?
It depends.
You get money every now and then for it?
Sometimes I'll do donation work. Sometimes I will get paid for my work.
All right, go ahead.
So I moved in and I got good with the other roommates. I barely saw Tony because I worked crazy hours, like 90 plus hours at a time. So I'd be out in the morning and be back midnight plus. And when I saw him, he was a little sporadic. The problem I found out is that Tony had a background with drugs, and I never really saw it because I was always on the second floor. But at the same time, it kind of explained the sporadic behavior of like.
What type of drugs?
I heard that it could be anything from heroin to pills to like just.
Okay.
And that's just kind of what bothered me because I lent him $1,000 about like the first month moving in. He was saying something about he needed to help pay his rent. He had problems with that.
Let me allow him to give some background before we get into the specifics. Sir?
So yeah, I was raised in Humboldt County. It's part of Northern California. It's really artistic community, but it's kind of poor. So I decided to make my way down to San Francisco to consider my options, see what I could do with my artwork down there. And since then, I've started my own website. I do silk screens, murals, graffiti art, fine art, you name it. I sell it. I make it. Go ahead. Yeah, I mean, I have examples of my artwork.
Let me see what does this say?
It says Yerba Buena. That's the name of my company.
Oh, okay.
I like that first one.
Joel say he likes his first one. Pretty good work. I like this one. It's sharp. All right. Now, you're a dope fiend, like you said?
Yeah.
I wanted to get onto that
right away. Right away. So it's not like really easy to get a job as an artist right away. So you got to get a job doing something else while you're doing that. I worked for a junk removal company, involved a lot of lifting. I hurt my back in the process.
So you work for a junk removal company.
Right, I don't want
That doesn't mean you have to be a junkie. That's what he claims. claims, and you haven't denied it. Are you dope fiend or not?
No. I hurt my back, and so I went to a doctor, and he prescribed me Oxycontin.
Okay.
And so I was on that for about a year and a half, and it was pretty hard to get off.
Right.
And I realized that it was not doing me any good at all.
Okay.
So currently, I'm off the drugs right now.
All right, good
But that's
to
where
know.
the doping thing comes from.
Yeah.
You know,
I got
it's
you.
basically like heroin.
You're right. Oxycontin is similar to heroin in the grip that it has on people.
Exactly.
And most people begin with some type of injury that they must be treated for, and it's highly addictive. And so the more you take, the more you want. And I don't know if most, or I know many people who have to use Oxycontin as a pain reliever, ultimately become addicted and cannot wean themselves away. So they begin using more than the doctor prescribes, and ultimately it's destructive to them. Was this
That's
for
part
me?
of. That's part of.
For me?
You can have it if you want.
Thank you, I do. All right.
Just as long as you wear it around, you know.
I'll wear it at some point.
That's great.
All right, I'm not going to wear it to church. All right, I wear a suit and tie to church.
A little more than I would have.
How about these? I might want to buy some art from you.
Yeah, you can have those too, because those are just copies.
All right, good. And how does he owe you for loan and security deposit? Obviously, he hasn't paid the $1,000.
He paid half about the $1,000. He paid about $460 of it, so he still owes me about $540.
Okay, and what about the security deposit?
So when I first moved in, I gave him $375 for the half the first month's rent, and I just never received it. I moved out about a year later, about May 2009, and what happened is I just couldn't collect the money, so I decided to get him to write an agreement. He signed, dated, and wrote it.
Let's see it. Let's make this case quick.
Plaintiff Jonathan Barco lived with the defendant, and he claims he heard the defendant was using heroin and prescription pills.
Your counterclaim, sir, $500 for defamation and lost wages. How does he owe you?
Because he left the place a mess, like a complete and total mess. Gum, nails in the wall everywhere. Like, it was not cool. It definitely covered the $350 security deposit. So
that's your defense to this.
that's for the security deposit. Now the defamation of character, you know, that's because I'm on TV right now defending myself.
That's novel.
Also, I'm missing out on a few projects right now. And I'm supposed to be painting a series of organic trucks right now, mural work and stuff.
Definition of defamation is that a person intentionally tells a falsehood that they know to be untrue to a third party with the intention of ruining your reputation, and it indeed does ruin your reputation. So the number one defense is truth. Mm-hmm. And it looks like we have some truth here. I have a promissory note you signed.
Do you see any notarization? Do you see anything that looks official on that?
Doesn't have to be.
But how do you know he didn't just make that himself?
Well, we'll see. Did you sign it or not?
I didn't sign that.
Okay, you have your license with you today? Mm-hmm. I can compare. Sure, if he didn't sign this and you're presenting me with a fraudulent document, of course you know that your case
I was right there when he wrote it, you know.
Man, this is pretty much an exact duplication of your driver's license, sir. Judgment for the plaintiff, $915. And your claim is dismissed. He didn't defame you because it's true. Have a good day. Thank you.
He had all the time in the world. If he had some sort of problem, he could have gotten a hold of me in the last 2 years because he has my number. Barco, you got my number, right?
Yeah, pick up next time.